This is Japan, a country, a nation. For the past year and a half, the place I call home, an empire rich in history, deeply rooted in tradition, and flourishing with culture. Among its many traditions, often overlooked by outsiders, is a strong running culture, an activity so deceptively simple, so primitive, yet one that embodies a core value of the Japanese spirit: discipline. It almost feels like fate, like my connection to running was always meant to lead me here, to experience this culture firsthand, to create my own story. And that story I will share with you. A journey in the pursuit of an ambitious goal within the land of the rising sun. This is the road to Sub-16. Ready, boys, just finished 10K of running. To be honest, it was very on and off with the running aspect, because I did stop a lot to record a lot of B-reels for this upcoming video. So, but yeah, Sub-16, I'm gonna make a whole series about it. Basically the idea is, I want to train myself to go under 60 minutes in a 5K, and I feel like I'm in pretty good shape right now. To be honest, I guess, like, let's kind of explain how I got here. So I was running a lot up until the end of 2023. At that point I was training for an 800 meter. I got injured a number of times, and then I got the flu, and then I went to the doctor, and basically the doctor told me, you should basically quit running for some time. Checked my heart, saw I had a hypertrophic ventricle, which basically means like the muscle, I think it was the left ventricle specifically. It basically means that like that part of your heart is the muscle of that lower left part of the heart is quite thickened, and so told me I should just take some time off. After doing some more thorough research about it, I did see that it was quite normal for athletes to have that kind of thing, particularly long distance athletes, because the thing is, in order for you to perform at a high level, you need to have a strong, particularly left heart, because that's the muscle that's pushing out the blood into the rest of the body, and the way your blood and your heart pump is probably the most important thing in terms of your ability to succeed at a high level in running. And so I was like, okay, I'll chill a bit. I didn't stop. I'm gonna walk this way. I didn't stop running completely, but I was running no more than 15 kilometers a week. Some weeks I just wouldn't run at all. I was focused a lot more on lifting, just getting lean and stronger. And I did. Like, by the summertime, I looked really good, despite not needing to run a lot. It was just because I was so careful about what I ate and lifting consistently, having a good program and everything. But I went through about, like, I guess really like a year without training, and I had considered myself, okay, I guess I'm retired. Another issue I was running into a lot when I was training a lot last season, because I was training specifically for an 800 meter, I had a hamstring problem that prevented me from running fast, and every time I would run at a really fast pace, I would get like this really I don't want to say sharp as if it's like a bone, but it's just like there was like a tendon deep into the superior part of my left. I think it was, honestly, I forget which hamstring, but it was one of the hamstrings and it was hurting a lot whenever I'd run like a really fast pace, which I needed to do because I was trying to go under 2 minutes in 800, and yeah, so my training had to stop short because of that. But yeah, now I'm back here, under 16 minutes, and like the way I got back to training, and this is completely unexpected. My lab partners had basically threw me into like a team, an Ekiden team. If you guys don't know what Ekiden is, it's like this relay race in Japan, specifically for Japan, where basically you race with these sashes in like a team, and you run a certain distance, and in total your whole team runs a total distance, whatever the distance of that race may be. And so we formed a team of 5 of us. 3 of us ran, well, most of us ran 3 single mile loops, and one person ran 1 mile loop, and then I was the last person. I ran 4 mile loops, and because I was training so little, I was like, damn, like I'm capping at 15 kilometers a week. There's no way like anything's gonna come out of this. But by the time I finished the race, like I got to the first mile, I was like, okay, I'm running a 6:23 and I feel surprisingly comfortable. So I was like, okay, let me just hold it here. My goal wasn't really to push myself that hard, but basically through that whole race I averaged about what was it, like whatever, my final 5K was 19 minutes flat, and the total time, I'm trying to remember, it was like, for 4 miles, it was basically like 6:15, 6:20 per mile, around there, right? And so I finished the race. I was so shocked. I was like, damn, I actually have a lot of speed. I feel really, I feel like an athlete again. And that was like with like so little mileage, right? And so I was thinking to myself, damn, you know, if I train up again, if I'm in this good shape already, if I can run a 19-minute 5K with so little mileage, just with 15 kilometers a week at the very most, imagine what I can do with like once I built up to 50, 60, 70. And so like I gave myself a goal. Okay, I want to go under 16 in the 5K. I've never done that. My fastest has been 16:15. To give you guys an idea of how fast it is, that's 3 minutes 12 seconds per kilometer, or 5 minutes and 9 seconds per mile. Man, I don't know how much that is in terms of miles per hour. I'll put the math up on the screen once I figure that out, but it's pretty fast. So yeah, I feel like now I'm in a pretty good, I've been training for the past like 3 months now, right? And so really that was kind of the last thing, because that race was kind of the push. It's kind of like when you're trying to get off an addiction, and oh, there's a dog. Okay, and you get like that littlest bit of consumption. I mean, like, let's say if you're an alcoholic and you somehow stumble across a single sip of it, and bam, your addiction comes right back. And so that was just kind of the thing for me, right? And so I've been building it up slowly. Over the last 10 weeks or so, I've built up to about 50 plus miles a week. Or no, not miles, kilometers, 50 kilometers a week. That's the thing. That's really the goal. It's like, I want to try to run as fast as possible with the least amount of mileage possible, which I think is very realistic, because if I can run under 16 with just 80 kilometers a week, and just the proper training, I think I'll be able to accomplish a lot. And under 16, it's like, you know, that's no joke. Like, I did some ChatGPT research, and I saw that supposedly amongst the male population, only 0.1 to 0.01% of the population has ever run under 60 minutes in a 5K. My fastest was a 16:15. That was a very long time ago, and I ran a 16:34 5K in the middle of an 8K. Was it? Yeah. 16:34, 16:35, something like that. So I know I'm very well capable of it. It's just kind of like, you know, I want to take you guys on the journey, because you know, just because I know I've been close to it before doesn't mean it's easy, right? Because ultimately at the end of the day, you can't say you've done it until you've actually gone and done it. And like I could look back at my, you know, old converted times and be like, oh well, I ran like a 909 so therefore I've technically run a under 65. Like, it doesn't work that way. Like, I need to actually go and run it. I need to go on a track or something. Hopefully I'm able to do it in a race to where, you know, there's more pressure, there's more adrenaline, and I'll be able to get myself carried through a under 16 minute 5K. All right, so yeah, this is part of the journey. I'm gonna try to post something every week or more frequently. There's gonna be a lot of, you know, probably gonna be a lot of up moments, but the truth is, with running, there's probably gonna be a lot of down moments. There's gonna be moments where I struggle. There's gonna be moments where I will probably be vulnerable. There's gonna be moments where I'm gonna be talking about other parts of my life. You know, I'm here in Japan. It's like, you know, I have a whole set of struggles here just with that, let alone with the you know, running part. But even then, I'm gonna do my best. By all means, I am so desperate to run under this time. I will, by any means, make sure I will run under 16. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'll be able to keep y'all posted on this. I'm really excited to I'm excited to do this. Let's do this together, boys. We got this.